can see. Hola, hola Caracola, soy yo, o sea, yo, tu bonita Sisi, y hoy estamos en vivo. Tengo una clienta el día de hoy, es el día del sorteo. Ella se llama, ¿can you say your name?
Zinga.
Zinga, ok. Entonces voy a estar haciéndole el cabello. Ahorita le estoy haciendo unas trenzas y le voy a estar poniendo estas extensiones. Mientras van saludando, comenten quiénes son, de dónde me ven, cuántos años tienen, a qué se dedican. Y solamente, no mentira, no todo eso, solamente su nombre, de dónde me están viendo, para saber quiénes son, para saludarles, enviarles un saludito por ahí. Me dice, hola Yashira, hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Quizás el día de hoy no pueda estar hablando tanto porque mi clienta de hoy me va a estar ayudando. I wanted to play it here. Entonces yo no lo voy a poder leer y ella tampoco los puede leer. Pero bueno, es lo que voy a estar haciendo el día de hoy. No se les olvide darle like al video mientras se van conectando. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. So, este método que estoy utilizando se llama el individual, crochet individual. So, primero le voy a hacer las trenzas y después le voy a aplicar las extensiones. I'm not gonna leave your hair like that. What happened? What did you do to my laptop? It's okay. You like petting it like it's okay.
So I do all of my technology.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. So, aquí yo ya casi estoy terminando y empiezo solamente a dividir el cabello y hacerle trencitas de a 3 en todo el cabello. Son trenzas sueltas. Y el día de hoy saben que vamos a estar anunciando la ganadora al sorteo. Estoy emocionada, un poco nerviosa. Después le voy a explicar como al final más o menos cómo lo vamos a hacer. Hoy vamos a estar aquí en vivo por 2 horas. Y ahorita voy a tomar un pequeño break para responder sus comentarios o para saludarla, pero quiero avanzar aquí porque ya yo empecé con ella hace un tiempo, ya llevo como 1 hora aquí, 1 hora y más, y pues queremos terminar. No me quiero hoy quedar todo el día aquí. El cabello de ella está estirado, también es de cabello natural, está estirado, y empiezo haciendo mis secciones y a trenzar. De hecho, antes de hacerlo, le pongo un edge control o un controlador del cabello para aplacar más la raíz. Se lo estiré con la secadora. No se les olvide también compartir el video, compartir los videos anteriores para que podamos ser más. Oh, y en mi cabello tengo un tratamiento de una hidratación profunda. Pero me lavé el cabello y luego llegó ella, me puse mi hidratación, llegó ella y no me la he podido soltar. Entonces, puedo enjuagar. Entonces eso lo voy a enjuagar más tarde. Y luego me voy a hacer unas trenzas. Pienso hacerles ese video también de esas trenzas que me voy a hacer yo. Pero ese ya va a ser un video editado, va a ser en vivo. So, igual si tienen preguntas ya sea del cabello de ella o el mío o de la técnica, pueden dejar sus preguntas y yo ahorita voy a sacar un tiempo para responderlas, porque ahorita mismo no las puedo responder. Did you say you ate before coming here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings,
Mm-hmm.
chicken wings. Were they like homemade chicken wings?
No, I just stopped somewhere. Little Caesars, because it's right down the road.
Yeah.
They weren't the best, but you know you're hungry.
I don't really like chicken wings. That's weird.
Why?
People think it's weird, yeah. I think it's like it's
so
not
good.
a lot of meat. It's just
Well, you gotta eat like 50 of them.
no, I don't like that. I don't know.
You just want one big slab of meat. Like
and it's like it's doesn't it have like the skin? I don't like the chicken skin.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main reason why I don't like it. So I only like the skin when it's like
fried?
No, like fried by like the oven. You know, like,
yeah.
like,
Like kind of like that breading on it.
yeah, like that. You know.
I'll eat it either way.
Yeah. I used to like it more, not like, I used to eat it more just because, you know, my mom used to make it like soups and stuff like that. Actually, yeah, when they do like this Colombian soup, they call it sancocho. Oh, I can't eat it like that. So good. That sancocho be so good.
You ever had chicken feet?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it like? It's not a lot of meat on it, is it?
No, it's like
Kinda
chicken wings.
weird.
I don't like it. It's like, that's the type of stuff that they would put in like the soups, you know?
Oh, so they just put the scraps, like whatever's left over from the chicken after the breast and stuff like that? Is that what they do? Or they don't waste any part of the chicken?
Kind of.
Like
yeah.
some cultures, like outside of America, do that.
Yeah.
And it freaks me out. But they're like, we're not wasting any bit of this cow or this chicken. And they eat all of it.
Yeah, I don't like none of that stuff though. I just like, for me, my favorite part is like the drums. The drums.
Like little legs, yeah.
Yeah, the legs. Yeah.
One time I was in a grocery store and I saw a cow tongue wrapped up like ground beef.
A what?
And a cow tongue.
Oh, a tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. They do tacos of that. Out of that.
What's it called?
Tacos de lengua. Lengua is tongue. So it's literally tongue tacos. I don't like it either. I don't like none of that stuff. Tacos de lengua, yeah.
No, ma'am.
It's pretty popular, you know. Actually, they hate.
And I'm sure it probably tastes good, but the fact that it's a tongue, it doesn't taste good.
I haven't tried it. I'm just shaking my head because I'm like, I don't think it would taste good, and I don't think I would like it. I don't know. I don't like. Do you like liver?
No.
I don't like.
It looks weird. It's gross looking.
It looks weird. It tastes weird. The texture is weird.
Isn't it like mushy a little bit?
Yeah, it's so like mushy. My mom used to make me eat it. Like, oh, that's good for you and all this stuff, and I'm like, nah.
But isn't the liver or the kidneys that soak up all the bacteria and the grossness from whatever you eat?
I don't even know.
It's one of those.
I want to put the I wanted to put the video here so I could see the comments, but
Oh.
it is what it is.
I wish I could read it to you.
Yeah, my sister was reading it the other day, and then last time I was having a
Estar aquí.
So, ella no habla español, ¿verdad? Ella habla inglés. So, vamos a ver si me puede leer, tratar de leer los comentarios. Pero I don't know, no sé por qué mi computadora. Maybe it's just like doing taking a nap.
Oh, there it is.
Come back. Come back.
You want me to hold it so you can see it, or?
What, the laptop?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can just bring it like over here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, thankfully we're like almost done, and then it's this part in the back. Let me just do this real quick.
I think they're asking if I speak it. Nope. I do not speak Spanish. Sorry.
No hablo español. Usually.
I know how to ask if someone has a boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only thing I know.
Go ahead.
Tienes novia.
Tienes novia is girlfriend. So that's good. You need to know if they got a girlfriend.
Yeah. Beyond that, we can't talk. But
They're like, okay. No, like, oh, well, that's good.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So aquí a ella no le estoy aplicando nada más de producto, además de que ella ya traía, me dijo que tenía un acondicionador en el cabello. Y lo único que le estoy aplicando es este controlador para las... Todavía tenemos problemas con esa palabra. Lo único que le estoy aplicando es esta pomada, eso dije que iba a decir, esta pomada. Y la estoy usando para solamente aplacar un poco más el cabello. Y se la voy a poner entonces cuando agarre una sección. Esta va a ser mi última sección. La agarro solamente con los dedos y de ahí la voy aplicando como en la mera raíz. como media pulgada en la raíz, en ambos lados, para que el cabello le quede más aplacado, las trenzas le puedan durar un poco más, se le vean más nítidas, se le vean más bacancitas, más chéveres. I'm gonna try to play this right here. Voy a tratar de poner el video aquí para que ella trate de decirme los comentarios o poderlos leer yo aquí en una pantalla más grande, los puedo leer que en la del celular. She is live right now. But I don't want to listen to myself. I don't like listening. Oh, the comments are on this side. Hola, sí, voy a estar aquí, pero me voy a ir peinando. Oh, qué chévere, qué chévere. ¿Tienes novia? Dice ella. Y Dalmi no está hoy tampoco. No está hoy. Mi hermana está en... No sé la verdad dónde está. La voy a ver más tarde que vayamos a la iglesia, porque hoy va a ser el primer servicio en la iglesia. Ya la van... No van a abrir la iglesia en sí otra vez. Solamente van a abrir el parqueadero. Y nos vamos a sentar atrás en el... Bueno, todo el mundo... Va a ser un servicio desde los carros. Y estoy emocionada por eso, porque voy a poder ver a mis hermanos de la iglesia todos otra vez. Aunque los vea desde lejito, los vea lo de los carros, los voy a poder ver. Y eso me emociona un montón, ¿no? Entonces mi hermana, hasta allá es que la voy a ver. Ahorita no sé, no he hablado con ella hoy, no sé dónde está. Pero esa vez vino nada más porque la iba a peinar. Ellas son faltonas. No, mentira, no sé. Y pues entonces... Hoy estoy nada más con ella, pero aquí ya casi terminó esta parte, que es la parte que más se demora, y de ahí voy a hacer, voy a aplicarle las extensiones con mi aguja de crochet. Dani, ¿qué peinado te estás haciendo? No sé por qué me da de llamarte Dani, es que yo tengo una prima que se llama Dani, entonces me da de llamarte así. En las puntas también a veces le estoy aplicando esta pomada para el cabello para asegurarme de que queden más compactas y puedan entrar mejor en la trenza la trenza que le voy a poner. En realidad no son trenzas, son locks o rastas, son rastas falsas, se llaman en inglés fox locks o rastas falsas, porque no son de las que tú creces desde tu cabello, de tu raíz, sino de esas que tú vas creciendo, se te van creciendo no te van creciendo, perdón, te las aplicas así, son postizas, pues. Entonces no son trenzas las que le voy a poner, son rastas. Yo quiero también ponerme ya sea unas rastas o unas trenzas. Te estás haciendo tus crespos, tu definición. Alguna... ¿Qué es eso? Que le enseña alguna palabra en español. Dice que sabe decir como si tienes novio o si tienes novia. Eso es lo único que sabe decir. ¿Qué palabras le debería enseñar? A ver si quiere ella, si está dispuesta a aprender, si tiene la intención de aprender. So ya de aquí, después de que la peine yo a ella, necesito ir a enjuagarme esto y peinarme yo y ponerme bien pispirispaspi para el servicio de hoy. They say they want me to teach you a word in Spanish. I'm like, I don't know what you know. Let's see. Oh, you can learn how to say hair.
Yeah.
Cabello.
Cabello.
Sí, so, cabello. Y para ustedes en inglés se dice hair. Yo sé que quizás algunos sepan. Cabello. And
They need to make some suggestions.
yeah, they should. That's what I asked. Dice, andamos sincronizadas. Ya también me estoy haciendo trenzas. Oh, qué chévere. ¿Qué tipo de trenzas te estás haciendo? Cabello. Braids, trenzas. Trenzas, like a train.
Trenzas.
Trenzas. Yeah, that's really good.
Trenzas.
Trenzas, cabello en trenzas. Those are you new to word.
And that's hair and braids.
Trenzas. Not something that you would use on a daily basis, but
Right. I talk about hair a lot.
Yeah, okay. You can be like, me gusta tu cabello. I like your hair.
Oh.
Me gusta tu cabello.
Me gusta tu cabello.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say something? How do you say nappy? Is there a
Nappy?
word for that? Or like a nappy?
Oh, you say like hard.
Really?
Yeah. So like duro. So like nappy hair is like hard hair. Yeah. Duro.
Doodle.
Cabello duro, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to use that on Cody.
That's so mean. You and your nappy hair. Tienes cabello duro.
Tienes cabello duro.
Mm-hmm. If you have nappy hair.
Oh man, that's great.
That's great.
That's good stuff.
By the time you get home, you're going to forget.
I'm going to
watch.
forget it.
Yeah.
But I want to type it out.
Oh.
So I can read it.
Oh, so you're serious about this.
Oh, yeah.
Lo mismo crochet, solo que son rastas. Quiero dejar descansar mi cabello. Bueno, también estoy haciendo rastas. Qué chévere. Estamos haciéndolo las juntas. Bueno, haciendo, no, porque yo no me las estoy haciendo a mí, yo se las estoy haciendo a ella. Hi, Cecia. Hola, Yachira. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yachira is watching. You know who Yachira is?
I don't think so. Do I know her?
She goes to our church, but she's like, you know the Puerto Rican family? No? Do you know the guy that gave Betsy the kidney? No? You can't tell him. Well, that's his wife.
I thought it was David.
No. Well, David tried. But he didn't. He wasn't a match.
Oh, that was so good of him. I've only met like people on the worship team.
Okay.
So maybe that's why.
Okay. Yeah. Because I thought you knew them. Because they actually, I don't know if you, like the times that I went, when you guys had that thing, that service that lasted like 5 years, when they were doing like, yeah, they were there too.
People. Yeah. Okay.
But
if I see them, maybe I'll know, but I do not remember.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? It's me, Adri. Oh, it's Adri. Hola, Adri. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, that's nice. That's their daughter watching. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces el día de hoy? Gracias por ver. Thank you for conectarte. We still need to do that photo shoot.
Yes.
Never did.
We were going to. Then I got that job, and it took. I mean, they worked. I mean, I would be at the office till like 2 a.m. sometimes, and I was like, man, I don't have time. Then I was like, okay, it's getting warm.
Yeah. This weather is being crazy too. Like it's
up and down and all over the place.
Yeah, I mean that's just the norm for North Carolina, though. Yeah. Estoy haciendo. Oh, she's speaking English. You can read those. Estoy haciendo. Le voy a hacer unas extensiones, unas trenzas. Y ella sí es una amiga de la iglesia de CLF, donde va Valeria. So, ahorita voy a empezar con las trenzas estas. Y voy a tratar de empezar aquí adelante para poderles mostrar a ustedes cómo las hago adelante. Y entonces tengo mi aguja de crochet. Y lo primero que hago es meter la aguja en el cabello, en la raíz. La meto así, meto el cabello aquí, la saco del todo y por aquí entonces empiezo le voy a mostrar quizás en el próximo más bien. Oops, sorry. Ahora lo que hago es que meto la misma aguja dentro de la rasta, pero no muy lejos, sino aquí como cerquita, y después meto el cabello, agarro como desde la raíz para que quede lo más cerca posible y voy sacando el cabello. Espérense, que se nos enreda este cabello aquí. Doesn't wanna come out. Okay. Voy a agarrarlo desde las puntas para ver si así se me puede venir. Ok. y ya está ahí escondido. Ya está ahí escondido, entonces lo que voy a hacer ahora es que voy a bajar un poco más y hacer lo mismo. Asegurarme de que la aguja quede por dentro, porque por ahí por donde la meta es por donde se va a salir el resto del cabello. El cabello natural de ella, entonces así la voy escondiendo. Aquí me quedó un poco por fuera. Este cabello aquí me quedó por fuera. Eso lo que voy a hacer, lo voy a sacar otra vez. Y voy a hacer esto de nuevo. Vamos a tratar de que quede, perdón, I'm sorry, del mismo lado que viene. So, si la está viene de este lado, let's see. That's why I like doing the back first. Yeah, I have to like get the hang of it first and then. I'm sorry, girl. I'm trying to hit you. Entonces ahí ya se va escondiendo la trenza y luego como viene así la voy escondiendo en sí misma y voy a hacer lo mismo acá. No me debería estar demorando esto tanto como me está demorando, pero es mi primera, bueno, mi segunda trenza, so me va a ver. Las primeras trenzas me demoran más porque me tengo que ir como acostumbrando, agarrando técnica. Y de hecho, esta sí nunca lo había hecho porque por lo general yo hago estas, las rastas, estas rastas que trajo ya son más cerradas. Son un poquito más difícil de esconder el cabello. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that one again. Voy a tratar de hacerle unas cuantas atrás porque quiero, I want to get the hang of it. Quiero agarrarlo primero antes de empezarles, de seguirles mostrando. So, esta la voy a tener que hacer otra vez, lo voy a dejar así. Y voy a pasarme atrás. Voy a dividir aquí. Y solamente voy a dividir y voy a dejar una hilera solamente afuera. Y el resto lo voy a ir sacando. Les cuento que se me está bajando ese acondicionador. Se me está bajando, se me está bajando. Lo siento, siento que se me está bajando por todo el cuerpo. I got hot. You know how hot? It's hot.
It was cooler earlier,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm straight.
Why did it stop? The music stopped. Oh, vamos a dar. Vete, plata. Estoy que no aguanto, perdón, estoy que no aguanto ese acondicionador, esa cosa bajándome por el cuerpo. Alright. That was better. Tengo hambre. Wow, I am hungry. I am hungry, I am hungry, I am hungry. Tengo hambre, tengo hambre, tengo hambre. Tengo hambre, tengo hambre. Yeah, I gotta clean this up.
How long have you been doing hair?
I don't think. I feel like I just started doing like other people's hair
Mm-hmm.
like this year.
So you started off doing your own.
Yeah, I just do my own hair a lot, and then like I would change it up a lot, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's when like I got, I started getting more questions. I'm like, oh, how do I do that?
Hmm. You ever gone real short?
My hair?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You don't remember when I was bald?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Yeah, I shaved it all off for a minute.
When? Did we know each other?
I mean, I used to go to like the rice things back
Oh, see, I never went to those.
but I didn't. It was too cool.
Too old.
Too old. What's his name was there? What's his friend? I don't know.
There were some guys that were a little older that went.
Yeah.
No younger girls, so I was like, I'll stay home. Or find something to do.
It's funny. Because when I asked, I don't know who did I get in contact with that they told me about it. I think it was Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, like it's like all kinds of like different ages. And I'm like, okay, cool. This one.
Which is true, but I was like 29 or something.
I don't do that.
And I was like, I'm too old to go to youth group.
Nah. And also because like I feel like it's not like the regular youth group that people, where it's like all games and like that cheesy stuff. It was like it's like grown people stuff, not grown, but more like worship.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that like I really loved about it. It was refreshing. It was new to me. I had actually never been to any youth group that was like that. I think the first time I went, it was like all worship.
Yeah, they did a lot of worshiping.
And
They did a lot of worshiping.
And like ministering and stuff. And I was like, this is awesome.
Get sleepy.
Yeah. Todavía estoy tratando como de encontrar una técnica bien para hacerlo porque, como les digo, es la primera vez que lo hago así, con este tipo de trenza. Y quiero que le queden bien, que se queden bien escondidas. Ya que tenga yo más bien mi técnica, estoy tratando diferentes en cada trenza, ya que tenga bien una bien, ahí sí les voy a mostrar otra vez porque... Oh, I know where it is at. Ok, creo que ya encontré la salida, ya encontré el porqué, ya encontré la razón. Ya encontré el problemita que tenía. Porque lo que me estaba pasando es que se me estaban quedando como que por fuera. Y no podría ver bien, como que se veía la trenza, el cabello de ella se estaba viendo aún afuera de la raza y no es lo que quiero, lo que queremos es esconderla. Ya encontré cómo esconderla sin que se vea sin que se vea. Hi again. Hola, hola, hola otra vez. ¿Qué más? ¿Cómo están? Hoy no les voy a poder hablar mucho, lo siento, porque es que es la realidad como una clienta, entonces no puedo parar mucho para hablarle. La vez pasada, las otras veces porque era con con mis hermanas y pues, pero con ella no me le puedo llevar todo su tiempo.
Someone said dabbing for you, my dear.
Dabbing. Who's that? No lo conozco. Gracias. I mean, thank you. Yeah, I think I kind of got the hang of it now.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Going fast now.
It was like you could still see it. The first one I did it, you could still see the braid. I couldn't figure out how to get it straight, but now I got it. Yay, I'm so good. Crazy feels so good. I was a little worried there for a minute. What's like your favorite thing to do in your spare time? Yeah.
You know what I've been doing lately? Watching The Golden Girls.
Don't know.
You don't know that show? It's a bunch
Is
of.
it?
It's a sitcom about a bunch of old ladies.
Yeah. I think that sounds like something I would like.
It's so fun because
Yeah.
it was in the 80s, so there are these 50 to 60-year-old women in the 80s, and then one of them has the mom living with them, and she's in her 80s. It's so funny, and they're all single, so it's just like funny dating stories and stuff like that. And it's relatively clean, but it was like the only thing is they push some things that are like against what we believe.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, so.
But it's so funny, and they talk smack to each other all the time. It's really hilarious. But outside of that, like I'll pick up my guitar and play it. When we were allowed to actually leave the house, I like to take my camera and just go take pictures of random stuff. I can't wait to just go sit at a coffee shop. I used to do that a lot.
Yeah. I want to be like one of those people, but I mean, also don't have a lot of time to just do that. But like the most times I had, free time that I have is like on Sundays, and like I said, most of the days I spend at church, and then when we come out, I go to like spend time with the church family. So.
Right. I love good hanging out times.
Yeah, I love that too. We usually just like make fun of each other. And
Good intelligent conversation, and sometimes just talking trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoy working out, although I haven't done a lot of it lately.
Yeah, there was a time, but that was like 2 years ago, when I was like going to the gym like 3 times a week, and I've been trying to go back to that Cecia, and she just doesn't want to come back. She's just like, no.
It's hard to get back in the routine and stuff, because you're like having to teach your body to do something new, I think. But
so yeah, what I want to do now is like the running thing.
I hate running. Because I played JUCO basketball, and we'd have to go to the track at like 6 a.m., 5:30 or something like that. I think we met there at 5, and I would get up at 4. It was terrible.
Yeah. So I have like a heart murmur. Well, not like I have a heart murmur.
What?
So it's benign, they say. They say. I don't believe them, because I feel like I have a lot of limitations. Like I get tired really, like it started happening like because I was really active like as a child. I was like always on the run, like insanely.
Right.
And then like a few years, maybe when I started like my teenage years, it's like coffee started really messing up with me all of a sudden, and it's like my like if I run for like 2 minutes, like I have to stop. So like I go on runs, but I have to take like a lot of breaks, you know. Like I feel a lot of like shortness of breath, like all of a sudden.
How is that benign? If because I remember, what does that mean?
I don't really know.
Because
Like
I can see how a tumor can be benign.
yeah,
Like it's not cancerous. It's not going to kill you. It's just there. But a murmur, doesn't that mean your heart is
yeah,
beats
it's
weird?
off. Like it's
How is that benign?
I don't know. That's what the
I don't
guy
understand.
said.
Okay.
But also, I don't really trust that guy anymore because when I started working at the doctor's office, we sent a lot of our patients to his office, and like I put two and two, and I was like, oh, that's the same guy that I went to a couple of years back, and then a lot of the patients say that they don't really, you know,
Yeah,
trust him.
I get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Because if there's something you can do to make it not as bad as you age, that'd be great.
Yeah, but it's like I like running, but yeah, like when I go, I have to take. I have to take breaks.
A ton of breaks.
I have to take a ton of breaks. And you feel like an old person. So it's mostly jogging. Jogging or like going for a walk.
You know what? To be honest, there's nothing like a good walk with a friend.
Yeah, that's all. It's just true.
It seems really cheesy, but you get good conversation out of that. Because you can't be distracted by your phone or anything else.
I was getting to know a guy one time, and then we started like going for like walks and like we're supposed to go for runs.
Right.
Yeah, and then I couldn't catch up. Like he was
gone.
He was gone, but he wouldn't like go. You know, he would wait for me, but he had to wait a lot. So we're just like, oh, we're just gonna walk. We're just gonna take a walk, and it was really cool. Like I got to know him. You know, really nice, well, and he taught me a lot. Like he knew a lot about nature. So like the park that we went to, he would tell me like the name of like the plants or the trees and the birds, and I thought it was cool. I always love when I get to learn something new about someone. Yeah. I feel really dumb though because I didn't know like I didn't know like the basic names. I'm like. But yeah, and that's one thing, like, I'm trying to stay off my phone more. Notice how that affects me and how well I do when I'm not on my phone. A lot.
I don't do a good job with that.
No.
Because I love to talk politics and stuff on Facebook and stuff. And I'm trying to get more into Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, I really think about either of those, and I'm like, let me start posting more. Just about my life or whatever. Especially now I'm getting into, like, new hobbies.
Yeah.
And then you end up finding kind of a community, and you have to keep in touch all the time.
Yeah.
But I really don't have to.
Yeah, so what I told myself I was going to do now is like, so since you're like an influencer type of thing, like, where you're trying to be, so you have to post. You can't just like go ghost.
Yeah.
But so what I'm telling myself is you're going to get them there, you're going to post what you got to post, and you're out.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to do. That's
disciplined.
Yeah, it's not going that great. It's not, I mean, it just started like 2 days ago, but I have been doing better those 2 days than I was before, like, scrolling wise.
It's better than nothing, though.
Yeah, because I would, you start scrolling and it's like you don't know where to stop. So I'm trying not to scroll, just get there, post. With that comes a lot of like comparison when you start to see like what other people are doing, and then like, oh, I just don't, I'm really trying to find peace. Well, peace is in God, so I'm trying to get closer to God and everything.
You know what I get worried about sometimes? One of the top 3 things I get worried about when you're looking on social media is I end up being friends with a lot of people I've never met in real life because of politics. And they're not all moral. They post some dirty stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And I had to hide the post because I don't want to scroll past it again.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
I used to have, like, my old Facebook, it was like, you know, I came to its max, which is like 5,000 people, 5,000 friends that you can have. And I had all kinds of people there. So, that's one of the reasons I deleted it, because it was, like, it was mostly, like, you know, worldly people. So, they had all kinds of dirty stuff there.
Ugh.
So, I had to, so now, well, when I got the new one, I was like, okay, it's just going to be family and friends. Of course, now I have people that I haven't met before, but I'm more, like, cautious with, like, when I add someone. Like, I look at what kind of stuff they post before I accept their friendship.
Right.
Because even if you don't know it, or you know, that stuff, it's like you're feeding your mind, you know. It's a feed. It's actually called a feed. So you're feeding your brain and stuff. And then if you start your day with that, that's not the best way to start your day.
That's true. I was doing well one time. I mean, this was several years ago. I would get up every morning like an hour earlier than I really needed to. And I would get dressed, because if I stayed home, I would go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I would go and go to like a Starbucks, some kind of coffee shop, and sit there and read my Bible.
Yeah.
Or read something. I was doing really well with that, and then I just fell off the wagon.
Yeah. That's how I'm trying to be. Like, get up, go for my run, you know, have my breakfast, come back, and I should, like, get ready. Because with this job, I'm with kids, so I don't really need to get ready. I barely, like, brush my teeth and take a shower, I'm out, you know.
There is something about a routine. You know, I've watched videos where they talk about all these CEOs and their routine. They have the same exact routine every single day.
And they talk about how you're supposed to, like, it goes with, like, the amount of choices that you get a day. Or that you make a day. Amount of right choices. So if you focus, like, if you have to, like, thinking, you know, you have to think about what to wear, what to do.
Exactly.
That you're already getting tired early in the morning. And then, like, I heard about so many CEOs, they just wear the same clothes every day.
Like, I think Mark Zuckerberg, he wears the same, like, gray shirt or something every single day, which is so boring, but he's so successful. And I'm sure he you know, I don't think he's a Christian. So then we have to factor in that. You know, because I guess you can make anything an idol, but I think it's probably better to have a routine and allow for family time and stuff like that. I suck at that because I'm impulsive. And usually when I have more stuff to do, I get more organized with my life. When I have less stuff, I'm all over the place. So, like, I have a job interview. I have a feeling I'm going to get this job on Monday. And I'll probably get back into having some kind of routine in my life. And, like, scheduling things and stuff.
See, I'm kind of like the opposite. Where, like, let's say, like, yesterday, that was one of the things that kind of got me off. Because I have so much to do. And so I kept thinking about it, and I just didn't do anything. Like, I was just like I've done that, like, oh my God, I have to do this and I have to do that, and I don't know where to start. You know, I just didn't know where to start, and I got overwhelmed. I got stressed out. I just didn't know. It seemed really hard to leave my bed. And so today I started off different. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do this today. We can't have another day like that. I just can't afford that. I literally told myself, like, Ceci, it's okay to be lazy one day, but you gotta get up now.
Right. And I understand. I've done that and just, like, laid in bed. And I think maybe those days are cool every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's some people that make it a daily thing. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
I go insane.
I'm too hard on myself. Like, I actually have to remind myself that, okay, you're doing a good job. Like, it's okay. You know, you can watch a movie now.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's, like, because I don't know, maybe because of my age now that I'm trying to, like, accomplish and get so many things done. If I'm just, like, watching a movie, or, like, if my days, like, I can't count what I did that day, like, I don't know, I can't deal with myself. I'm like, you wasted a day. Jesus died for you to live an abundant life, and you wasted a day.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So I actually have that reminder right there. I said, you're doing great. Like, you're
okay.
You're okay.
Well, when you meet people that don't do anything
Mm-hmm.
ever, you're
Mm.
like, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. And then you meet people that get so much stuff done. And you're
Yeah.
like, dang, I need to do more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what people are actually accomplishing.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it just looks like they're doing a lot on social media.
Yeah.
I know a chick that she looks like she's doing so much,
Mm-hmm.
like in politics, like she's all over the state. She's
Mm-hmm.
getting things done. And then I started working with her, and I realized, she don't get that much accomplished. She does stuff, but it's
Yeah.
not.
It does,
You can
it's
make
not as much as it looks.
you can, like, through social media, you can make it look like I am just making moves.
Yeah, and if you post every little thing, then it's gonna look like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're doing it. Like if you post like, okay, today I ate this, you know, and like every day you post, so then you're thinking like, oh, wow, this person really eats well, and it's like all
It's
put
just
together.
that one meal.
And it's that one meal,
Yep.
you know. So I try not to be like that, you know.
Well, like, I've been posting all these videos of me at the range. I got a new pistol and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And one of my friends called me up and was like, "Are you trying to be an assassin now?" So it's just funny. Like, to me, I'm just posting me having fun, and then, but you don't know what it really looks like when you post. So he's like, "You trying to be some kind of assassin?" I said, "No, it's just fun." What you portray on the internet matters, guys.
Yeah. Yep, it does. Yes, it does. I'm gonna open up another package.
Okay.
So les voy a mostrar rápidamente, así es como viene el paquete del cabello de ella, y este es el largo que tiene. Y lo vamos a abrir. Este ya usé un paquete, nada más me quedan como 2 trenzas de este paquete, 2 rastas, una rastas. Y entonces voy a abrir este. Y se llama Fitres, es de la marca de Fitres. Este cabello es bueno, yo también lo he usado, es de esta marca. Es bueno, bueno. I don't have scissors here, do I? You don't need scissors.
I have a knife.
You have a knife.
I always have a knife on me.
That's scary.
I'm turning into like a weird person.
Yeah, you're gonna be one of those.
Yeah, I got a holster so I can carry. I mean, me and my mom are taking a concealed carry class. You will feel safe around me at all times.
Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of the person that feels like that would actually
bring danger.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense though, because it's like, you know, it will make sense if you're like if you're like in gang and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Then yes, of course, you know, but yeah, I don't know how to put it back.
Thank you.
Just keep it away. Thank you.
I guess it's one of those things, like, be prepared always. Because let's say you, me, and Cody were like, let's meet at the mall. And then let's say some, like, school shooter type was like, I hate everything. I used to work at the Chick-fil-A. They treated me so badly. And he comes in because he hated his job at the kiosk. He's full of, like, cray-cray.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry because I'll just be prepared because I've been training for, like, years. You may never have an encounter, and I hope to God that I never do.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I happen to be in something,
this is coming out like rain. Go ahead.
Right there.
Right here.
Right there. You missed a little bit.
Thank you.
I'll just be prepared and I'll.
Yeah, I was thinking about it
friends.
because I've been watching a lot of like the Marvel movies. So that it makes me feel like I can do things, you know, like I can fight and stuff. And so I was thinking about it last night. Last night actually I watched 2 of their movies, and then I was like, maybe I should train.
You should.
Like, you know, like what if like it would be super cool, like you're like, oh, this girly girl, nobody thinks that you can do anything.
Exactly.
And then they want to come up to you and like beat you up or like,
or,
you know,
Raleigh is a big, what am I trying to say? Raleigh is known for human trafficking.
really?
We got the coast right there, and we've got these major highways that come through. And so, like every man that I meet that is more safety conscious, they're like they think every woman should carry a gun.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you don't want to do that, and that's fine, because it is a huge responsibility. Yeah. And if you're, like, not emotionally stable, maybe you shouldn't carry a gun, because you might shoot somebody. But you should learn how to get out of situations with some kind of self-defense, at least.
I definitely do want to do that.
Because now we're not married as early as we used to be. Like now we're in our 30s and we're still not married, so we don't have that like first protection unless we live with our fathers, but even it's different, you know.
Yeah.
So now we're out later, things stay open later than they used to.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to be careful. Like I've heard people like, "Oh, watch out for white vans and stuff like that."
You know, that's funny cuz I went on this, you know, like I told you I went on a run this morning, and I just kept thinking about that case with the guy that, you know, got shot just going for a run, you know, just for being black, basically. I was like, that's sad how that's a thing. Like, you can just go for a run, and then that's the last day of your life.
And he didn't have anything on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe would have ended up in a shootout, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, the world is really unpredictable. If you can be as prepared as possible, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But still, you never know.
I don't think I would carry a gun.
Yeah.
Just because that's just not...
That's
but
not your thing.
I would probably do like to...
some self-defense?
Yes.
Somebody tries to grab you, you know what's up.
Yeah. And then I would feel really bad if it's like I'm with my family and then I can't do anything about it. You know, like if I'm like, let's say with my niece, like that little girl, she's like she means so much to me. If I feel like I can't protect her, I don't know how I feel. That's one of like my irrational fears that like every time I go out with her, I'm like,
I don't think that's that irrational though. Like I think if you're thinking about it, you're more aware.
Yeah.
It's the ones that don't think about anything and they're just like, I'm just frolicking in the world.
No.
Like
no.
you gotta.
I'm like I don't want anything to happen to her, especially now when she's just with me. You know, like I don't know how I would live with myself knowing that, you know, it was I could have done something and I didn't. Or like
Yep, I'd bust a cap for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to. And I hope I never have to.
Of course.
But, you know, don't play the game. What's that? I think it's a scripture. Maybe it's just a saying. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Don't live by the sword. And you won't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
But even when I'm out now and I don't really know a whole lot of self-defense and stuff like that yet, I'm like still in the learning process. I still try to be aware of what's going on and where the exits are and stuff, just because I'm always in the news, and so you hear about, you know, people breaking and entering or someone coming into a store and they've got a gun, and I just want to make sure, like, me and whoever I'm with, maybe we can't fight them, maybe we can't pull out a gun, but we can at least get away.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I think I don't know. I think it's kind of weird that I do too. Like, I don't know if it's not weird, but I'm always like aware of where I'm at. And even when I get in my car, like every time I get in my car, I look back to, I don't know, because maybe I've seen too many movies, but I feel like someone might just be in the back of my car, you know, like. It's
one of those things, it'll never happen to me until it happens to you.
Yeah.
So
it's like I always look back, I make sure that, you know, it's, and when I get out of the car and it's nighttime, like I try, like I'm not going to sit out.
Look around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to be like, okay, it's nighttime and I'm just going to walk straight or like just, take my sweet old time, and you know, like I always kind of like want to be aware of my surroundings.
I think that's the best thing to do. At least be aware. You don't have to walk around scared.
Yeah.
It's like, don't be scared until you have to be.
Yeah. And I always like think about, okay, what would I do if this happened? Like, how can I get out of this? You know.
Where are the exits?
Yeah.
It seems weird, but I mean.
Yeah. Until you need it.
Exactly. How does this relate to hair? You want to be aware of your growth.
I don't know who's watching now, but I think probably one of them only speaks English, so.
Oh man.
But I let them know that I wasn't going to be talking as much on the past videos.
Oh, sorry.
No, when I'm doing the front, I'm gonna go back to explain. Kind of like now that I got the hang of it, and then it shouldn't be too long. I think we're gonna finish it before 2 hours is over. Then I can answer and stuff like that.
Nice. Well, don't speak English on my account.
Yeah. I'm glad it's going back faster now. Tomorrow is Saturday. Classes show. How many being CC? I don't know.
You got a big fan. Golden Threat. Wonder if he's still watching. He or she. It's gotta be a he.
Yeah. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I don't know if he's still watching though, but if he is, I'm doing fine. How are you? How's life? What's popping? I think he's one of like our old friend YouTuber.
Someone said how. How is this happening?
I don't know.
Black girl magic.
Black girl magic.
Explain to me the upside down question mark. Is that just how y'all do things?
Where?
Right there. Because I've seen that before. Is that a Spanish thing or?
I mean, that's funny. That's funny because I actually had to unlearn that because that's how we ask questions. You have the opening. Yeah, you do the opening. That's to open a question, and then you can type like a whole paragraph until you don't do the end. The question doesn't end. So when I came here, I used to always use it, and I had to learn not to use it.
Interesting. Is that because your sentences aren't structured the same as ours?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, you can tell ours is going to be a question because we say how, what, where, when.
Oh yeah, that might be because how in Spanish could mean like eat, could be ask, could be like the literally como means a lot of words, like a lot of different things. Like como it can be like comer, so eat. Ask, como dije,
That's
as
probably
I said.
what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't thought about it that way. It's like, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? So Angie, no sé si Angie está ahí todavía. I don't know if she's still there, but she's talking to you, I think. She said, hi, how are you?
Doing well.
Hola.
Bien.
Muy bien, yeah. Yeah, and another thing is the I, how you guys do, like when you're talking about yourself, the I is always capital, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to learn to do it capital, and then I had to learn not to use it. I think I used to do like, you know how it has like the capital letter has two like sticks? Yeah. It's like this, and it's like this, right? So I used to write it with just like this and then one stick on the bottom.
And that's so funny.
And that was
why the bottom?
I don't know. Like a lot of people there do that. Like, and that's normal. But you still know that it's capital I. And then she was like a teacher, like a counselor, and she used to always correct me, like, you can't do that. I'm like, but it's still capital. No.
As long as someone knows what you're talking about. Yeah. Unless you're going to be a writer or something. But everything's like typed out now, so it's not like a huge deal. Mm-hmm. But when I write an I, it's just because I ain't got time for all that. So I quit doing the two sticks like when I was a teenager. So I could hurry up.
Are you watching it?
The delays.
Yeah.
So how many subscribers do you have right now on YouTube?
2,300.
Dang, girl.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it? Like really working on it, like consistently?
So I've been like really off and on. Like I was probably consistent for like a few months or like 2 months when I first started, and then it started like going downhill.
It's hard to stay consistent.
Yeah, and then I had a lot of like equipment issues, like my phone, and then always like no storage. And then I bought the camera, and then I'd have a laptop to do the editing, and then the phone was the videos were too heavy for the phone, so then I took like a year off actually. So it's been like 3 years since I did my first video, but it's been like that, and since I've been consistent now again, probably like February. And in that time, I've gained like 800 subscribers since I started being consistent again.
Cool. The job I'm trying to get is where I would be on camera a lot. So It's gonna be interesting because I still have that south in the mouth thing.
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it, but it's very difficult.
But yeah, I'm hoping to grow and grow and grow and grow.
I'm sure you will. People love content, man.
Yeah.
These days. And people are always looking for it. Like I've followed like vloggers, people like that who are into cameras and photography and video and stuff. And then I'll get bored after a while because there's only so much. There's not only so much you can do, but like with the product, it's like only so many cameras you can, test out, and they get really creative. But when you're in that one genre, it kind of gets to be the same thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe the last guy did it last week, and then this guy's doing it this week. So you get bored. So it's always cool to watch different people.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I went through this binge where I was watching men get their hair and beards trimmed.
Men get it.
Yeah. Like get their hair cut and their beards trimmed.
Oh yeah.
I would just I was watching barbers. It was really weird. I would never do it, and I have no desire to do it, but I just like to watch it.
Yeah.
People get into stuff for whatever reason.
Because I used to do makeup more before, and I used to like watch a lot of makeup videos, and I got bored. I got bored of like, it's like I feel like okay, now I know how to do makeup, and it's like, have, like what else there is to like? It's just practice now. So I'm like,
exactly.
And then when I go back to the videos that I used, like the YouTubers that I used to watch, I look at them like, how are people still watching you? And it's like they're still growing because they're still new people. They're teenagers that are learning how to do their makeup, And so you have people are gonna like, it's like just like in life, people are gonna come and go, but doesn't mean you gotta stop because okay, that one person stopped watching me,
The one thing I wish people would do more, maybe you can do this too, is like create more of a community amongst the fans.
Yeah.
Because obviously everyone's centered around you, so that's why we're all here in the comment section or something like that. But there's something about, like, that's why I'm always on Facebook, because that's where I have the most community.
Yeah.
Like I'll be friends on Facebook with someone for like 2 years just because we have the same politics. And then I happen to be in Atlanta or something like that, and they'll be like, Zinga, we're friends on Facebook. And I'm like, dude. And then we can just move on from there as if we've known each other for forever.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I really do like that community.
I thought about it, and I've seen it a lot more even now, because of quarantine. A lot more people are connecting. And there's this one YouTuber that I love her videos, and I love it because she's like a Christian blogger. And it's not like, okay, let's do Bible study, that whole thing. It's more like her life, and she shares her experience and stuff that she's going through. And then it's also, she does like, sometimes she does makeup and stuff, but it's everything that I like, beauty stuff, but from a Christian perspective. And I love that. So now she's doing these Zoom calls. And she's having like Bible study with her, and they're like her subscribers, and she's also like, they talk about like boy stuff or whatever they're going through, like, they pray for each other in these Zoom calls. And I just watch it on the vlogs, which is like, okay, she doesn't share the whole thing, but she just shows that she's doing that. And I love that, and I keep telling myself, like, I would love to be in one of her calls, because I connected with her. I've watched her for so many years.
Right.
And now I want to be able to talk to her and see her in a different setting. So, one of the subscribers here, actually, last live, she suggested we did a Zoom call. So I told them we're going to do one when I reach 2,500 subscribers. So that's like 200 subscribers away. And where I'm now, thank God, the way it's going, it's like I earn like 100 subscribers per week. So that'll be like in 2 weeks. I'm excited. I'm super excited about that because their idea is we're going to do our hairs together. So we're going to be on Zoom, and they're going to practice like the stuff that I've been like showing them. So I'm super excited about that because I also want to see their faces. I also want to see like what they're going through. Like they told me like, okay, their hair it's not doing this and stuff like that. And I feel like it would be more effective if I can see them. Then I can show them like, this is why, or try this instead, and actually see it.
People don't understand that women in their hair and like their appearance is really important. Like it's just like men and wanting to work.
Yeah.
and like bring home the bacon. It's the same thing for us. And it's not even a shallow thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not I want to look better. It's just like I want to look my best.
Yes.
And I want to know how I can do
Yes.
that on my own every day.
And it feels so good when you get to like even I see it myself and I laugh when I edit my videos. I laugh at myself because literally when I'm done and I look, I start hyping myself up and I'm like,
I can tell too because I see your stories and I'm like, look at Ceci. Ceci is feeling herself.
I'm like, oh, she cute. Like you can't tell her nothing. And then that's when I start posting more. Like, oh my goodness, I look so good. And it's like sometimes I even surprise myself, and I love it when I have something in mind. Like I want to look like this, you know. And then it actually comes out like that. Oh boy,
yeah. It's important. Like even I like how Becca is with her personal fitness stuff because it's not let's make you look like these celebrities.
No.
It's like let's get you healthy so that you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And so you're living your best life.
Yeah.
And so like the comparison thing doesn't even have to be there. It's just you being you.
Yeah.
And like upgrading if you need to. Maybe it's faux locks. Maybe it's eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Like even Aunt Sandra fits women in bras. And I used to fit bras. And let me tell you how you get a woman lifted up, it changes them. Yeah. They're like, oh, I look good under this dress. They'll walk out with a new attitude. Their whole walk changes. It's important.
Yeah. So I like that you said that, and thank you for that because I'm gonna focus on that too. Like it's not gonna be everything, or every time, but I do want to do more like community stuff, and I've noticed how they like it, and they talk to among themselves on the comments and stuff like that.
And you're not divisive either. Like, I'm in the politics, so people are fussing with each other and arguing. And maybe some people are mad and maybe they're not, but you can't tell through the comment section.
Yeah.
But something like what you're doing, people can like really come together and build each other up. That would be good. That's a great picture of your brother.
Yeah. I don't know who took it. He loves that I have it there. He's so conceited.
I was going to say, he is feeling himself right there.
Yeah. I know who he thinks he is. Emily keeps saying like he's so ugly.
Oh my gosh. Emily is funny. She said that about her own husband to me at your sister's wedding.
Yeah, she says that.
I see you crazy.
She has high standards for beauty.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that I think they're cute and then she's like, nah, ew, Cecia. And I'm like, what? They're not like the best. She's like, nah, they're not even cute. They're not at all. They're just ugly.
She likes 9s and 10s. If you're an 8 and under, sorry.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Oh, someone said beautiful.
Thank you.
Wish you luck. We can be friends.
Probably a YouTuber. Thank you.
Well, their name is Crochet and Edgy.
Oh, nice. So that's probably how she found the video.
Crochet.
The title.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
No, it was my ankle. I popped it.
Oh.
I stretched it in a sec.
I'm like, I don't want to hurt you.
No, it's not you. It's me.
It's not you. It's me. It's been an hour now? Okay, so we gotta speed this up. So what kind of movies do you like to watch?
I like movies where someone's being shot and something's being blown up.
Me too. That's funny. And that's like one of the things that I kind of discovered about myself recently. Because I used to always be like, oh, I like romantic comedy. And I do like romantic comedies. But it's not my favorite. I've noticed that I get really excited when it's like an action movie. And it's like, things get really like tense. And it's like people are kind of killing each other.
Yeah. Because there's like a hero. It's good. Yeah. Good versus evil. And sometimes in some of the movies, the line is kind of blurred, so you don't know who's good and who's evil. But you just kind of pick a side.
I get really invested, and I just start like, trying to figure out what's going to happen and stuff like that. I
like romantic comedies from like the 40s.
Those are the 30s. Best, yeah.
Like today's, you know, they always get really dirty, and you know, I'm
Yeah.
not really interested in them. Plus, the story is always really cheesy and dumb.
Yeah, really, I don't like the really cheesy ones.
Like, there's only been a few that I like. Like, I like Sandra Bullock's rom-coms. She was in Miss Congeniality, and then the second one, and there was another one she did. She did one with Hughes. What's that man's name? British guy, Hugh Grant. I can't remember. And that mess was funny
Yeah.
because she was like his secretary or something like that, and she was real dull looking, but he was like this playboy. But she had feelings for him. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I have you watched The Notebook?
Unfortunately,
Why you didn't like it?
it was just.
It's.
I didn't even see the end. I was on my way
It was
home or on
super
my way
long,
to a
isn't
basketball game. Yeah, we were when I was playing basketball. We watched it in the bus, and I was just like, okay. Like,
Yeah, that's
what
like
do you want?
A cheesy one too.
Yeah, it's a classic. I think it's
I
just
like
not
it.
my thing.
I like it though. I think also. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. So yeah, the ones I've been watching now is those Marvel movies, and I'm trying to watch them all.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember watching some of them, but I don't remember like which ones I watched, and like now I'm like trying to figure out like in which order, like what happened first and stuff like that. You know how they just kind of release them in however they wanted to.
Mm-hmm. If you have Netflix, you need to watch Extraction. The guy who played Thor is in that, and it was pretty good.
I don't have Netflix. I have Disney Plus. That's what I've been watching.
Is it on? I don't know. I feel like it was like an independent film.
Mm.
It may not be on that, but
But I can watch it like at my sister's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get someone's password and stuff, you should try that out. Because he's so pretty, but they didn't make him out to be a pretty boy in the movie, so it really kind of works.
Wait, which one did you say?
The guy who played, or the movie?
No, the guy who plays who? Thor?
Thor. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's so stinking pretty.
He is gorgeous.
He is just...
He's what the... I don't know. Lord Jesus.
He is, yeah. He's... I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyhow. He's hot. But they don't make him like... He's not supposed to be like this hot character. He's just like... How Sylvester Stallone was and like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's supposed to be that type of character. That can like go into a room or an apartment in India and kill a bunch of gang members.
Nice.
But like all of them in creative ways. Like he was killing these guys and I was just like, ooh. Ooh.
It's very nice. Very nice. See, I like that. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It's funny though because a couple of people got hit by cars and they don't get right back up, but you know, you get hit by a bus, you're staying down.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have some brain damage and all kinds of problems. But you know, they kind of get back up. So it's got that kind of stuff in there too. But it's an action movie.
Yeah.
So.
That's like something I have to keep telling myself. It's a movie, okay? Because I'm the type of person that'll be like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. How are you gonna just like you just fell from a 10 floor building and you're just gonna get up.
You're just like
and then when they're about to die, like they're dying and they went through all this stuff and then all of a sudden they bring all this strength out and then they kept going after the strength is out. I mean, I get it, you lost strength, right?
Yeah,
you do something.
Yeah.
But then they get up and they keep going normal, like they were not just about to die like 2 minutes ago.
You were just knocking on death's door.
But okay. I still enjoy the movie.
Yeah, it kind of comes with it, like the sappiness of the romantic comedies. Do you have a favorite movie?
I don't think I have a favorite. I don't have a favorite of a lot of things, of anything really.
Like a favorite? You don't have a favorite song then?
Like a favorite song or like a favorite food. I can really pick. I have a few favorites that like I don't really have. That's. Do you have one?
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
I have a favorite movie. Well, I have a favorite movie star.
Okay.
So it's one of her movies, depending on how I feel. But right now, it's a actress from the 40s, 30s and 40s called Ginger Rogers. She was a singer, dancer, actress, and she was in this movie in the 40s called The Major and the Minor. And you know, back then it's so 40s because she was trying to get back home because she was from the Midwest. She goes to New York, and she's like, I'm tired of this New York business. You know, she's tired of the big city and, you know, Great Depression and all that jazz. So she's like, I'm going to go back home and marry this guy that wanted to marry me before I moved to New York. But then she doesn't have enough money for the train. So she goes to the bathroom in the train station and changes to make herself look like a little girl. Like she's 12 years old.
Really?
And then she does make herself look younger, but obviously not 12 years old. But, you know, it's the story. So she gets a kid's ticket, and then this major in the army is like, oh, little girl, I can't have you being all by yourself. You can stay in my quarters. Now, if that were to happen today, even back then, I'm sure, ain't no grown man letting, you know, unless he's trying to do something weird. And so, anyway, long story short, they fall in love and get married.
Awesome sauce.
But it's just so funny how
See,
it
that's
all
the
goes.
one thing like I hate about like the romantic movies. Not hate, but you know, it's like it makes you, it sends that message that it's like
It's that easy.
It's that easy. You're just gonna find love. You're like you're gonna, you know, on your way to work. You know, you're just, or you're gonna put gas, and then it's your husband is gonna be right there. Like, you know,
Like the Hallmark movies.
Yeah. It's,
That's funny.
and it's like.
Well, back then I think they did that a little bit because men were going off to war, so it was like, let's get married. And you know, back then too, the only way they were going to get, like most people back then, the only way you're going to get any hanky pankies if you got married anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, let's get married and I'm going to go to Germany and probably die there. So they just get married.
Yeah. So I'm just like. Or like you're working with somebody, and it's just like, oh, this person is perfect. Like, oh, you're not supposed to be with him because they were coworkers and stuff like that.
You ever watch Hallmark movies?
Yeah. I think so. What are the Hallmark movies?
Like those romantic movies, they'll have different seasons, like fall, Christmas, and summer.
Like the Christmas.
Stuff.
When Christmas comes, that's
they crank it up to another level. I used to work at this coffee shop with this old guy. His son was a producer for those Hallmark movies. And so I got an insider look on how they do it. They shoot in like 3 months, which is why some of the quality isn't, like the production quality isn't as good because they shoot it so fast. And then they have a list of women that they choose from to be in the movies. And I'm sure they do the same thing with the leading man. For the leading woman, they have a list and they have contracts with all these women. So if you're the director or the casting person, you can't say, hey, I met this young Colombian girl that would be great for this part. Nope, you gotta choose. That's why they're all Caucasian too. I think they're changing that now because people started complaining.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's white. So now they got some more color people in it. Yeah, I always wondered, but now I know why. It's because they had this list of white women that they could choose from for each of these parts.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's why it's so cheesy. And they probably write the script really fast, which is why you can just change out little details in the stories and all the stories are the same.
Yeah. But I like the Christmas ones because
they're really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because they're clean.
And they get me on that Christmas spirit too.
They really do.
Yeah.
It's like, but you know they're cheesy, but you can't stop watching them. You enjoy yourself.
I usually watch it with my sisters. My sisters love them. They're usually like, oh, they met at a coffee shop or like a small town.
Yeah,
like,
it's always a small town somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm like, now I want to move to a small town. Maybe it's over there.
And it's like, you go to a small town, they're all going to look like Bubba's.
Yeah.
They're not going to look like that guy.
Yeah, and it's like this one hot guy at the small town, and then...
Who happens to be single, like none of the other chicks.
Yeah, and then he's single. He's the perfect man. He has all the qualities, everything, and he's single. And you get there out of nowhere, and then he's like into you, and that's just not how life is.
Usually you have to go through a few people. Oh, a new comment. Super esas rasta.
Gracias, Dan. Gracias, Dani. Muchas gracias. Está súper. That's super. That's the thing that we say a lot too. I don't hear it
Super.
in English as well. Or
Not anymore.
just to say, yeah, that's nice. That's awesome. That's super. That's super.
I hate seeing myself on camera.
I got used to it now,
Yeah.
but I still don't like listening to myself.
Mm-mm. Like I'll edit a video, like the few that I've done, I'll edit it, and then I never want to see it again.
Yeah, there is something. Yeah, and then I can't stand when people are watching my videos and I'm there. I don't like that at all.
I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Call me when you're done.
Yeah. Just don't like that at all. There's one time we were in class, and then so he gives us breaks of like 10 minutes, like online class, and then he usually, like the teacher, sometimes he stays there, like just sitting there while we go to break or go to do whatever. And then I hear him when I come back. I hear him. Actually, before I left, I hear like from his audio, and it's one of my videos, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. And I kind of always talk about him in my videos. But it's like in a, like my teacher would tell me not to do this or to do that. Like I don't know. I feel like he's really impacted my life. So
I met that guy, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. He's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He's one of my favorite humans. Sometimes I don't like when he gets just too much homework. Actually, all the time I don't like. But
Thanks a lot.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
How is you gonna learn?
You're almost done, right?
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean with your classes. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just one more semester.
Nice.
So this semester is actually ending this coming week. So next week's the last week, and then just one more semester.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to that. Getting my afternoons back, that'll be awesome. That will be awesome.
After school, what are you gonna do?
So I plan to apply at salons and see where I can hopefully get a job, and then after that, open my own salon with my sister.
Mm-hmm. Which sister?
The one that's pregnant.
Okay.
She's in school with me now.
I saw her there. That's right. Yeah.
So there's this one like natural hair salon that I went to, like maybe a few months ago, and I was telling the owner, I didn't know she was the owner, but I was just telling her that I was in school too for cosmetology, and that I'm passionate about natural hair, and she was like, oh, that's awesome. She said like when I finish school to go apply there.
Nice.
So I'm trying to go there.
Making moves.
Yes. Praying that I get that job. I really like the environment in that salon. That was really nice.
That's important.
Yeah.
There's a place I like to go to. Not really, I don't like to go there, but they do blowouts and stuff, and they're always like a bunch of Spanish-speaking folks. You don't know what the heck is going on, and then they give you instruction, and then they walk away. I'm like,
an instruction? Like what kind of instruction?
Like it'll be like follow me, but I don't. What? And so I guess they think everybody that walks in there speaks Spanish, or that's what they're used to, and so I'm like, I'll just stand there. Like to me, they just said something, and they could have been talking to anybody, because everybody it's just like so many women in there just, and so I don't know. I mean, I didn't know I was being spoken to, so I just stand there, and then someone said, "Honey, follow." I'm like, oh, okay.
I think that's such like a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like we're not as polite usually. Like us.
Mm-hmm.
manners and stuff like that.
It doesn't feel like people are being mean though.
No, yeah, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's just a thing, like, you know.
It's not like, come on in, honey. How you doing? They're like, follow in Spanish.
Is it like Dominican?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds.
I guess.
I think.
That's what I've always heard. Like Dominicans do the blowouts.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Because I would say, like, usually, I mean, they probably have more in a salon, like, well, usually, like, Mexicans and stuff like that, they usually assume you can't speak English. I mean, Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, Dominicans, they have more.
They got more
like,
tones and stuff.
So they're probably like, oh, yeah, she's probably Dominican, too, so.
And I'm lighter, too.
Yeah, she's probably Dominican, too.
I've had this, when I was working at Belk, this lady would come in. She was, like, straight from China with the accent and everything. And she said, are you Oriental? Because of my eyes, I guess I have, like, kind of Chinese looking Asian eyes. And I said, no, ma'am. She said, you sure you're not Oriental? She asked me that 2 times. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Then when the second time she asked me, I'm like, well, maybe I am. I don't know. I haven't, done a DNA test or anything. And my mom did one, and the results came back that she's 2% Filipino. So, maybe the Filipino got me. And my father's side, I don't know him, so it could be anything.
I don't know. No, not always. I feel like once I started in high school, and I saw like this Blasian girl.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was so pretty.
Blasians are beautiful.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to be like that. Like I like the look with the eyes, And I even when I started doing makeup, I like to do it like so they could look a little bit like that. I love that look.
The problem is when I take pictures, people always think I'm drunk because I smile, and it looks like I'm going. Yeah. Like, and someone was like, "Are you drunk right there?" I said, "No, I'm not drunk. It's just my eyes. That's the way they do things."
Okay, so it's como a las 5, por ahí 5:45, voy a empezar ya a hablarles de lo del sorteo, cómo lo vamos a hacer. Y entonces ya empiezo también a pasar a trabajar en el frente para mostrarles más cómo se hacen estas aquí al frente. Ya vamos por más de la mitad, gracias a Dios. So, si quieren, hasta también como no estoy hablando así con ustedes, se pueden ir. Por lo general le digo que no se vayan, pero si quieren se pueden ir y pueden regresar en unos 15 minutos por ahí. Que empecemos a hablar ya y que vaya más terminando. Jelin, hola Jelin, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenida por aquí. Le estaba diciendo que ahora, bueno, no sé si escuchaste, pero que ahora en el día de hoy no va a poder estar hablando tanto, no he estado hablando mucho así con ustedes y lo siento mucho, los extraño, pero voy a estar, ahorita como en unos 15 minutos les voy a explicar cómo vamos a hacer lo del sorteo y Ya ahorita también que vaya más adelante en las trenzas les empiezo a mostrar mejor cómo las estoy haciendo, aunque creo que pueden ver, pueden deducir ahí cómo lo estoy haciendo. I like these actually. These look pretty natural. And
Yeah,
the
looks
color is
good.
nice.
I chose one like a little bit lighter.
What happened?
With me.
Oh, lighter than your skin tone, than you
Than my
your hair.
Yeah, my actual color.
Yeah, that looks good. That's the thing too with like me coloring my hair now. Like when I'm doing hair now, I have to like pick hair like do that matches my hair.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm my hair, blah blah blah.
It's got a little bit of blonde in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty.
Thank you. I mean, with some styles, like it would still look good. You know, like if you do like braids, like I've seen it, and then they have like if I do the black hair with like some box braids, they kind of hide in there. And if you have like, excuse me, like the mix, it still looks okay. Oh, I just got the front section. Yay. I hadn't done these also in a long time. I haven't done my hair like this in a long time. Like I used to change it out more. Kind of lazy now. But I've been craving it too, cause like once I have like longer hair too, I feel different.
I think I look better with longer hair. Like
Yeah,
I've
me
had
too.
my hair cut like this short and like worn it this long and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then when I notice I look better when I have braids or like faux locks or something like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way too.
I haven't like been diligent though about like, you know what, I'm gonna do some hair growth. You know, like I've been wearing my hair more natural the last couple of years. But I suck at doing hair, so then when my hair is natural, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the heck to do with this. So I'll just get a flat iron.
Can you cornrow?
No.
No, okay.
I can braid like this, but it doesn't look pretty. Yeah.
I was gonna say you could just do like 2 cornrows in the front and then just tie it up in the back, or you could just do twists, like a flat twist. That's like one of my go-tos. That was one of my go-tos. And then like the bun that I like, they call it a pineapple or the puff.
Yeah.
He's alive, he is alive. But I've noticed that like now that I'm doing videos and doing more videos, I've also like become more comfortable with like my natural look, like no makeup, no hair, anything. Because I mean, I'm already exposed to it, to the whole world on YouTube. You know, it's like, what else is there? And I know like some people that like I've had guys that are like, oh yeah, I watched your video. I'm like, why? That's not for you. That's not for you to watch. They're like, well, it's everybody else can watch it. You know, why can't, you know, it's there. You put it out there so the whole world can see it. And I'm like, well, they're ready. So I'm like, since I'm out here, like out there, and more often, so it's.
I haven't gotten to that point yet where I'm like
Yeah.
super comfortable, like being on camera, people I don't know seeing me like that
Yeah.
in my natural state.
Yeah. It took me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I discovered makeup and like extensions, that I hid in that for like years. Like I you know I was bullied a lot as a kid. So once I started to see myself cuter, and I feel like that was the only way I could look
Mm-hmm.
cute. The only way I felt cute. And so then I feel like, yeah, starting to do the videos, that really helped a lot. And yeah, there are some days that even like in my natural state, I'm like, you're kind of ugly, son. Like, And then some days when I'm like, I'm really feeling my skin and like, oh, and I see cute, and I'm like, wow, what's going on here?
You know what? When I was 20, so my skin on my face has always been super sensitive. Like, I can't put fragrances on my hand and touch my face. And like,
Yeah.
And then I reached the point where I was like, I'm always breaking out. So then I changed my soap. So I'll wash my hands, and then I'll use this specific soap for my skin, and I'm still breaking out. Why? And not even in acne, just bumps. It was like allergic bumps. So I had to change my soap. So I'm always breaking out. So I have to like constantly figure out what the heck am I putting on my hands that's making my skin break out, which made me more uncomfortable to wear makeup.
Yeah.
Or to not wear makeup.
Yeah. I break out a lot too. I don't like it. I mean, not that anybody does, but
yeah,
I do. I definitely feel different when I'm like, I have a couple pimples. I have a pimple out there. Like, I don't want anybody to see me. I like anybody, but I don't want any guy to see me.
Right.
So, and I still haven't, like, I haven't put any like that. That's one thing that I haven't put as much work into, like trying to figure out what is happening. Like, I know, like, I eat a lot of grease. I notice that on my period, when my period comes, that week before, I start getting like all like emotional, and then my pimples come out, stuff like that. Or maybe like if I eat a lot of chocolate, I notice it too.
Yeah, I cut out soda because I noticed several years ago I cut out soda, and I'll still grab a little bit of a Pepsi or something every once in a while. But I used to pound the Pepsis.
Yeah.
Like, I was addicted to Pepsi, and then I realized this is what's breaking me out. Or I read something somewhere, so I cut it out, and then I noticed, oh, my skin is clearer. But it's still not like normal skin, you know, like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And so then recently, like the last month or two, I realized it's my soap that's breaking me out. So me and my mom both had the same kind of skin type on our face. And so I was like, Mom, I think this soap is what's breaking us out, because we wash our hands because we're trying to be clean to wash our face, and we get that soap on our face. So we cut that out, and then saw a difference.
That's crazy. I wish I
Isn't
could
that crazy?
see that. Like I know there is something, but I haven't. And then the one thing that I've done that I know it's not the smartest thing, that like if I buy a whole bunch, like if I had buy new things for my face. I buy like a whole bunch of different new things, so I don't know which one is working.
Yeah.
And because I'm trying them all out at the same time.
I can't do anything with fragrance on my face.
Yeah.
So I broke out a little bit here the last like couple of days, but I've been using this like body spray, and I'll go and walk into it. So today I was like, okay, let me spray it a little bit more direct, so I'm not walking into it and getting it in my facial pores.
Yeah.
So sensitive, so stupid.
Like, I know I eat a lot of mayo.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know when that started, honestly, but I put mayo basically on everything. Like,
right.
It's a problem. So I know that
is a problem because it's gross.
You don't like mayo, or you just like normal,
really.
like if it's
I'd rather not have it.
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather have mustard.
I love mayo. I'm not a big fan of mustard. Like, I could do without it. I used to not like it. Like, I've grown to like it more. But yeah, that's like that has a lot of grease. So people say, my sister's like, oh, maybe if you stop eating so much mayo, maybe you will stop breaking out.
You should try it for like 2 weeks and see what happens.
No.
Just
don't. I tried.
Never mind.
No, I don't want to. No, I told myself I was going to start. What did I say? I was going to start drinking more water, which I am. I was going to try to cut down on the mayo and cheese. Yeah. Because I also love cheese. Like, I would.
What cheese?
I would put double the amount of cheese that something already has double cheese on, and it's just like not healthy.
Right.
And I've been able to cut down on the cheese, and the mayo is still there.
What did I cut? What else did I cut out? I haven't cut out a whole lot in like what I eat.
Yeah.
Because I kind of eat the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Like I like new stuff, but I don't know if it's actually what I need. But I crave red meat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like right then, I just texted Scott and was like, "Yeah, we need to eat some steak tonight because I need some steak." Like I can eat steak every day, and
Really?
yeah, like any kind of beef, I can eat that nearly every day. And then I love pasta as well. But I have a really high metabolism. I think you do too. Whoops. Like a real high metabolism,
Yeah.
so I think you kind of need that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about nutrition.
Oh, I got it this time. Thank you.
Put the weapon away.
So yeah, I like meat a lot too. Well, lately I feel like I've just had a lot of the same stuff. Like I'm kind of tired of chicken now. Like, I've had
Yeah.
a lot of, like, in all kinds of form, like, you know, like fried, baked, and just, and I'm just like, can I have something else? So I've been eating more like beef now and like steak.
I almost completely cut out fast food as well.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Chick-fil-A, I'll do Chick-fil-A, but not. I still don't do it a ton.
Chick-fil-A is really not fast food.
It's so real.
It is. Yeah, it is fast food, but it's like,
It's not like
it's the best.
a bucket of grease
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fast food. So because when I first came to the United States, that was like really new to me. Like we would eat it, but like hamburgers and stuff like that, that was like rich people would eat hamburgers.
Really?
Yeah. So when we first came, and we, like, the first thing that we had was like Burger King, and it was like a hamburger. My brother and I, we were like, wow, this is so good, and that was like our favorite thing to eat. And even like McDonald's, and we just like loved, and it was like a treat every time we got to go. And we had so much of it. I'm tired of it now. I don't care. Like, that's why do we eat like emergency, like really, really like an emergency. That's not something like, oh, I get to eat, or like I enjoy, or like, oh, I'm craving this.
That's like I lost my job 6 months ago, and all I have is $5 type of place to go.
Yeah, that is. So now, and then when I was working at the doctor's office, I was eating out a lot, and I really just wanted to have some homemade food, like, just homemade food was just like heaven. And now quarantine, just eating at home all the time, and I'm like, I want to go here, and I want to go to that. I want to go to I want to go to Olive Garden. That's one of my favorite restaurants. And also one of my favorite foods is there. Like, I don't have one favorite food, but one of them is that the chicken Alfredo that they do. I love their chicken Alfredo with the like the chicken. I asked for them to like fry it instead of have it baked and stuff. It's really good. Ya es y 45. Gracias por recordarme. ¿Quién más dicen por ahí? Cecia, muy bonitas las trenzas. Muchísimas gracias. Ok, so ya son las y 45, son las 5:45. Wow, pero están on time, están a tiempo, están listas, pendientes. Me alegra mucho eso. Because I told them that at 5:45 that I was going to explain how I was going to do the giveaway thing.
Oh, they're all
They're like, okay, it's 5:45 now. What's happening? I'm like, I'm not going to talk much, but at 5:45, just, you know. Well, okay, so, espero que estén todos por ahí. El que esté, por favor, me comenta nada más una. Aquí estoy todavía, no me he ido. Soy yo. Y entonces, para saber, porque solamente va a poder participar personas que estén. Ya, y de eso vamos a hablar, porque el propósito era también de conocerlas a ustedes un poco más, que nos conociéramos, que estuviéramos juntos. How much is, we're at 10, okay. Que nos conociéramos juntos, que nos conociéramos más y crecer. Entonces, les había dicho las instrucciones para aquí dice Amberly, aquí estoy. Las instrucciones para el sorteo eran las siguientes, recordando las instrucciones, que estuvieran viendo los videos, los en vivos, que hicimos 5 en vivos, este es el último, que estuvieran pendientes a los en vivos, comentando, saludando siempre, y me siguieran en Instagram y en Facebook, y Yo creo que esos eran todos los requisitos. Entonces la ganadora, la persona que gane, se va a ganar una secadora, se va a ganar, se va a ganar dos de mis productos favoritos y un producto elegido por el ganador y la ganadora. La vez pasada estaba hablando y estaba diciendo que quizás iba a hacerlo de manera que un sistema lo escogiera por mí, pero me puse a pensar en el propósito por el cual yo hice eso y no quiero que sea una persona que nada más, que gane una persona que ni tan siquiera, bueno, que no ha estado tan constante, que no ha estado tan así como lo han estado otras personas, ¿verdad? Entonces, para hacerlo un poco más justo, y no quería que nada más fuera así como alguien, no sé, que viniera de la nada y dijera, oh, bueno, yo voy a participar en el sorteo y apenas voy llegando y pues ya, no. Entonces, por eso yo decidí que yo misma iba a escoger prácticamente mi ganadora, pensando en las que han estado así. Y lo bajé a 2 personas, ¿verdad? De las 2 personas que más han estado así. Entonces, lo que voy a hacer es lo siguiente. Voy a escoger de esas 2 personas. Voy a poner su nombre en un papel, los 2 nombres en un papelito. Y voy a dejar que ella escoja, saque el papelito y ahí vamos a denunciar quién es la ganadora. La persona que haya ganado o que gane, lo que va a hacer es que me va a contactar con esta persona por Instagram y vamos a hablar de la forma como yo le puedo hacer llegar el, el, el premio. Porque ahorita estamos con eso de la cuarentena y hay límite en la transportación y todo eso. Y entonces yo estuve tratando de averiguar cómo se los podía hacer llegar si estuvieran en otro país. Entonces la transportación en realidad es un límite ahora. So, quiero poderme comunicar con esa persona. La persona cuando yo anuncie quién es la ganadora debe de estar pendiente a su Instagram para que nos podamos dar la información y pasar la información. A todos los que estuvieron participando, todos los que comentaron, les doy gracias. De una vez a los que no, para que sea que no hayas ganado tú. Gracias por estar, gracias por comentar y espero poder seguir creciendo juntas. Podemos conocernos un poco más. Y dejarles saber que van a haber más sorteos si Dios lo permite, en lo que Dios me dé vida, me dé salud y me dé provisión. Mi deseo es darles no solamente conocimiento, compartir de lo que conozco, de lo que he aprendido, sino también poderles dar de las cositas, de las cosas que Dios me ha dado. Bueno, entonces ahorita aquí voy a escribir los nombres y tengo emoción, tengo nervio, tengo de todo. Es para que no se desanimen y no dejen de, que ahorita pues no gané, pues qué mal, no. Van a venir más sorteos. Yo creo que va a ser una cosa en la que voy a tratar de enfocar mucho también, o sea, que pueda darles, porque me he dado cuenta que no todos tienen el acceso a las cosas con las que yo explico. Y digo, oh, bueno, tienes que hacer esto o debes de hacer lo otro. Entonces poder dar de esas cosas para que podamos juntas o juntos seguir los tutoriales. Ahora también, si tú no tienes, porque lo que vamos a estar regalando es la secadora y los productos. Si tú no tienes estos mismos productos, si no tienes esta secadora, saben que también muestro formas diferentes de cómo puedes tratar tu cabello sin necesidad de usar los mismos productos. So what I'm going to do for the giveaway, I have 2 people that I kind of narrated it down to based on who was like more active and stuff like that. And I'm going to write down their names. And basically you're going to pick a name, okay, out of the thing.
Okay.
And then that's going to be the winner.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little... I haven't even told them who's the 2 people, but I think they know, because they know. They know they've been on top of it. Like, so... And I'll be... Like, I kind of want somebody to win, because I'm like the girl I told you. Did I tell you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That she's been like in every video. And there's this other one. She's also been like on every video. She doesn't comment as much, but she like I know she's there. She's commenting, and then like when I put the countdown on Instagram, she always shares it on her story too. And stuff. She's like sharing stuff and commenting stuff. I'm gonna narrate it down to that. ¿Qué hora es? Son las 5:51. Lo vamos a hacer a las 5:55, en 4 minutos. Y ya voy a buscar el papelito para escribirlo. Y entonces ya con eso vamos a terminar este en vivo. Fueron 2 horas. Lamento mucho que no estuvimos hablando tanto. Para el próximo que haga, hablamos más. Ya llegamos a 2.300 suscriptores y dijimos que a los 2.500 vamos a hacer nuestra llamada, videollamada por Zoom, donde nos vamos a estar peinando juntas y qué emoción, yo estoy emocionada por eso. Entonces, al llegar a los 2.500, yo estoy haciendo prediciendo, ¿verdad? Que quizás va a ser en unas 2-3 semanas que lleguemos a los 2.500 esperando en Dios. Entonces, para que también se estén pendientes de eso. So now I gave them the time for 5:55, so I can go get the paper right now. I can do that thing. Because at 4:45 I was going to explain how I was going to do it. Then 5:55 we're going to actually do it. No, I said 4:45. 5:55.
I didn't catch it.
We're almost done here too. Yay, praise the Lord. I can finally let you go.
Someone said, aquí.
Aquí estoy, aquí está Yerly. Aquí estoy. Comenten por ahí quién está más por ahí. Yo veo 10 personas viendo, 9 personas viendo, pero no se lo vayan a perder, no se lo vayan a perder. Bueno. Aquí estoy.
What does aquí mean?
Here.
What's estoy?
Like here I am. Like I'm here.
Oh, they're like, oh yeah, pick me.
Here, I'm here. Toma mi ser. Porque tú eres mi Dios y eres digno de adoración. Faltan 2 minutos.
1 minute. Someone's counting down.
Falta 1 minuto. ¿Es el 55? Yeah, son las 55. Ok, ya voy a buscar mi papelito y voy rapidito a escribirlo. Dice, 1 minute. Where is pens? I got plenty pens.
Good Lord.
Okay.
I'm gonna make everyone hate me.
Ya. Vamos a ver cómo están. Ya es hora. My niece did that. Ah, me vengo.
Someone's crying.
Ok, aquí vamos, llegó la hora, llegó el momento. Yo estoy nerviosa, porque yo estoy nerviosa como si yo fuera la que estuviera participando. Ok. So, aquí tengo los papelitos y los voy a poner en mi mano y ella los va a escoger uno, pónganse a orar. Ok, no quiero ver porque estoy tan nerviosa. Ok, ya. That's it. Okay, so I open it and then ella me lo va a leer. You can read it to me. ¿Por qué estoy tan nerviosa? Can you say it?
Amberlys.
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 So la ganadora es Amberlys. ¡Woohoo! Ok, so para la próxima van a ver más. Tenía como segunda candidata a Dani. Y pues como podemos construir una buena, ahí hermosa relación y todo eso, Dani, también quiero enviarte a ti los productos, hacer el esfuerzo por enviarte los productos y Amelie entonces va a llevarse los productos y la secadora. So, para la próxima estén también súper conectadas y ahí vamos a seguir ahí creciendo y a ver cuánto tiempo falta para que se acabe.
Yeah.
There
will be more
2 minutos,
chances.
sí, va a haber más oportunidades, ¿sabes, Amelia? Entonces me contactas por ahí por el ¿cómo es que se dice? Por Instagram, para que estuviéramos, ok. Está bien. So, voy a continuar y solamente les voy a mostrar porque nada más me quedan como 2 minutos, les voy a mostrar en de aquí adelante, voy a mostrarle en cómo lo hago. Y simplemente voy aquí, meto esto por el huequito. De ahí agarro de la cola, es más fácil cuando lo puedes jalar de la cola. Y lo jalas ahí, lo aprietas acá. Y de ahí que lo aprietes, vamos a vas a meter la aguja otra vez en el tallo de la trenza falsa o de la extensión. Y vas a tratar de sacar la aguja hasta lo más cerca de la raíz. Era donde yo me estaba equivocando mucho porque la estaba metiendo la aguja, la estaba sacando hasta muy por fuera de aquí. Entonces aquí vas a meter la trenza otra vez. Igual vas a agarrar de la punta de la trenza, se te es más fácil jalarlo cuando usas de la punta de la trenza y lo sacas por aquí. Ya como pueden ver aquí yo tengo la punta, solamente la jalo y ahí mismito se esconde. Como me queda una mitad, entonces voy a bajarme un poco más. Meto la aguja en el tallo de esta trenza falsa o postiza de la rasta. Lo saco lo más cercana hasta donde terminó, lo más cercano de donde terminó mi trenza. Y ahí meto desde la punta de la trenza natural y la jalo. Esta no se me vino del todo. Tengo que hacer eso otra vez. Hasta la punta de la trenza natural aquí. Y la jalo hasta acá. Afuera. Ya que la saco, puedo hacer lo mismo hasta llegar al extremo, hasta el final. Gracias, congratulations, felicidades a la ganadora. Y de verdad quisiera poder tener para darles más. Con Dani también entonces me voy a comunicar para lo de los productos. Y si reviso mi cuenta bancaria, por ahí hasta se me pega otra secadora. Es que la verdad que yo las aprecio mucho a todas, la verdad, pero en realidad ellas dos sobresalieron en lo que estuvieron conectadas, en los comentarios y todo eso sobresalieron bastante y yo quería poderles agradecer por eso. Y de eso se trataba, no era de simplemente seguidoras que vinieran de la nada, sino personas que estuvieran siguiendo el canal, que estuvieran... O sea, porque queremos construir una comunidad y construir una amistad. So, me alegró mucho, fue una jornada muy bonita, poder conocerlas un poco más, pero yo también igual estoy contenta de que ya se acabó y ya puedo regresar a mis domingos normales sin tener que estar pensando todos los días, todos los domingos, ay, tengo que hacer envío, tengo que estar tantas horas y luego dividir mi día entre antes del envío y después del envío. So, felicidades a la ganadora. No te preocupes por la secadora. Mami, vamos a ver, porque como soy yo, yo conociéndome como me conozco, vamos a ver, sí, bueno, yo no digo más nada. No digo más nada. Para mí igual fue un placer conocerla. Ya llegaron, creo que ya llegamos a las 2 horas, así que voy a terminar este video. Aquí lo voy a terminar. Y apenas termino esta trenza, lo termino. Bueno, tengo otros videos pendientes para subirles esta semana, así que esténse pendientes a esos videos. No se les olvide dejarme saber en los comentarios qué otro video quieran ver, dejarme sus preguntas. Sirve cuando dejan las preguntas en los comentarios de los videos, porque así si otra persona tiene la misma pregunta, al yo respondérsela, esa persona puede leerlo y puede decir, puede leer la respuesta. Me gusta también cuando me escriben por mensajes privados, pero si pueden también escribirlo por los comentarios, también les ayudarían a las demás. Bueno, eso va a ser todo por el video de hoy, muchachos. Muchas gracias por ver. Que Dios los bendiga. Los quiero mucho. Los amo como los monos aman a las bananas. Y así me despido. Nos vemos en el próximo video. That's the end of today's video. That's it. We out. I always forget how to end it.